These guards are so lightweight, you forget they're even there, but they still give solid protection. It's like full freedom to play a game without that clunky feeling. I used to wear bulky guards that slip down every game. These stay in place the whole time.
These shin pads are stretchy, durable, definitely not be ripping anytime soon.
Switch to goat sleeves now. They don't slip, they don't slide, nice and snug, nice and tight.
It's crazy how light these things are. I've worn a lot of old school pads in my time, and these are featherweight and super comfortable.
Legend begins where heroes end.
Why are you still wearing those old clunky shin pads when you could be wearing these?
I used to struggle with shin guards sliding all game. These are a game changer. Put them on, you don't even notice them. They're comfortable, keep you going until finish.
It shows how fast you move on the pitch because it's stuck to the shin bone and does not slip and slide all around the shin.
No distractions, no readjusting, just focus on the match. What I like about these is you can wear them all day. Training, recovery, travel, they never lose shape. The material is soft and supportive. It's the perfect mix of comfort and performance. These guards are so lightweight, you forget they're even there. These guards are so lightweight, you forget they're even there, but they still give solid protection. It's like full freedom to play a game without that clunky feeling. Training, recovery, travel, they never lose shape. What I like about these is you can wear them all day. Training, recovery, travel, they never lose shape. The material is soft and supportive. It's the perfect mix of comfort and performance. The first thing I notice is that these guards don't move. Once they're in place, they stay there. I can tackle, sprint, or slide without adjusting them. You feel secure and locked in. My first impressions of the GOATS guards, honestly, super light and super clean. Straight away, you can tell they're built to move with you. No bulk, just sleek protection that actually feels pro. These guards don't move. The first thing I notice is that these guards don't move. Once they're in place, they stay there. I can tackle, sprint, or slide without adjusting them. You feel secure and locked in. No bulk, just sleek protection that actually feels pro. My first impressions of the GOATS guards, honestly, super light and super clean. Straight away, you can tell they're built to move with you. No bulk, just sleek protection that actually feels pro. These grips actually help you push off. It's like every bit of power goes straight through the ground. No slip, no wasted energy. You feel sharper, quicker, and more connected. It's a proper level up. I can't believe my GOATS pack has arrived. My first impression of the GOATS grips, honestly, clean design and a premium feel. Straight out of the pack, you can tell they're built different. Soft stretch and solid grip panels. They just feel like performance gear, not regular socks. These grips actually help you push off.
Hi everyone, Happy New Year, welcome to 2026. So a big thank you for joining us guys. Apologies, but we did add on a little bit of a late time change. We're going to be experiencing possible power outages at 7:30 onwards at my property. So I thought, just to be safe, I'll pull it forward because I want this to go ahead. And we have a lot of things happening in here with studio lights and all sorts, so we need electricity while we're running. But don't worry, if you do jump into this a little bit late and you're watching it back in a recording, you're going to get all the goodness. We're super pumped for the year ahead. We've got some exciting news to come up. I hope you've all had an amazing night last night. You've all stayed safe wherever you are in the world. And yeah, we hope you've all had a relaxing start to 2026. We're going to get straight into it. I did promise a couple of our followers and a couple of our players and families that we would get started pretty prompt, and we've got one topic we want to get straight into. So fasten your seatbelts, guys. It's going to be a very inundated hour. There's a lot of things we're going to try and cover. As ever, if you're not subscribed to the channel, you need to go to YouTube at The Ravenswood and you can subscribe to our channel. And then in that link within YouTube, you are able to sign up and register to join us on the platform as well for 7 days for free to get all the goodness within inside the platform. So again, drop us your questions in, guys. Big thank you to everyone who's dropped us all a Happy New Year messages on the school platform today, also on the live currently. And remember, you need to subscribe to our YouTube channel at The Ravenswood if you want to drop questions to us and you want to ask anything about how you can get represented by an agent as a player, how you can make it as a player, and we'll get straight into our next part. So what I'm going to do is, guys, we're going to do a little bit of magic and we will just do this little bit of screen control and we're going to go straight into the football blueprint. Now, we did get asked the question by one of our followers, and the question that we got was in relation to the football blueprint. So if you're a member of our professional player pathway and you're one of the players or coaches on here working with me to make it as a player or as a coach, and you can go to Classroom and then we go into football blueprint and you can click there and you can upload or download the file. Now, once you open the file, this is what it looks like, and halfway through there, you'll notice there's a daily planner, okay? Now, on the old football blueprint, the daily planner was replicated multiple times. So there was a daily planner for every day of the week for the whole year. The problem with that was when we try and create a 1 year planner, obviously that means there's an additional 365 pages on there, okay? So we didn't want to do that because we've given you a planner for 3 years. So we've only put one in there, and I'm going to give you a quick example of what you can do. So you can put in your date, okay? You can put in your achievements, okay? Play PlayStation all day. I'm just going to put some joke ones in. 23 minutes. Yeah, water, I've had 2 litres. Protein, I've had 4 eggs. So you get the drift, guys. So you fill out your daily planner. Then what we want you to do is, and I'll give you an example on my screen. This is on an Apple MacBook, but you can do it on normal devices, Windows devices. I'm just going to take a screenshot here, and then you've got it, and then I'm just going to drop it into my downloads folder. And then what you then need to do is, you can then literally just wipe it clean once you've done it. It literally takes, now if you wanted to as well, you can just highlight it all in one go and wipe it clean, okay? But I've just showed you how quick I've got rid of that within seconds, okay? And then you can reset and you're good to go again. Now, what you now need to think about doing is go into the school platform, go into community here and write something. Now, what I want you to do is, and I want you to get a habit of doing this, I want you to put a title of Daily Planner and then your name. Okay, so my name, as you all know, is Ronaldo. Okay, and then all you can do is, if you come into your folder here, if you're using a MacBook, you just literally drag it, post it in, and you can literally go, attached is my daily planner. Okay, and then select a category. Now, I am going to be changing some of the categories, and there is going to be, you're going to see in the next 24 hours here, one of these categories are going to change, and it's going to be called Daily Planner. So let's imagine general discussion as Daily Planner, and then if you hit post, it will then drop it into the community. Now, this is a good thing because you and your friends can both share, compare. You can see maybe how little you're doing, or maybe that you're actually probably one of the ones who are leading, okay? Also, I will not promise every day, but I will intermittently drop in on some of your planners and make a comment and say, good job, you're not drinking enough water. There's a couple of things that you need to change. But also the beauty of this is, if you ever do a search, as an example, in the community bar here, and type in Daily Planner, okay, it will list you all of the daily planners. Now, I'm hoping as well I'm right on this one, but if I put in my name, Ronaldo, it will only pull up Ronaldo. So if you're looking for your daily planners and you want to look specifically for your daily planner, all you would do is you would put your name in there, and because you've given it the title Daily Planner, Ronaldo Arnam, but obviously put it your name, first and last name, so then when you want to search for your daily planners, they'll all appear. Now, this is where you can get really clever as well. I'll just go into the My One and I can edit this. Now, what you can do is you could go 1st of Jan and just keep it really short and abbreviated. Now, the power of this community search, if you were to just put in 1st of Jan, it should pull up just that planner that's got the mention of the 1st of Jan. Now, also, this is really, really useful for me, because one of the problems we've got is I was going to consider you guys sending me a DM with your planners on every day, but it's too much, guys. I'd just be inundated with constant DMs in the DM inbox. But by being in the community, you can all comment on each other's. Also, if you spot your friend hasn't posted a planner for a couple of days, give them a bit of a G, give them a bit of a nudge and say, guys, what's going on? Why haven't you posted your football planner? Okay? So also, if I'm looking for your planner and I know I'm about to have a meeting with you, I could literally just type in Daily Planner and put in Ronaldo, because I know I'm about to have a meeting with Ronaldo, and then up it will pop, and I've spelt it wrong, so nothing's come up on that one, but I've spelt it right, and now it comes up. So then what I can do is, when I type in your name and Daily Planner, it'll show me them in date order, your most recent daily planners. So it's great for me to have a little bit of research. Or you might send me a DM and go, Ray, I'm really struggling with something at the moment in the game. I might want to get a bit of research on you, and the best way I can get research on you is by searching for your daily planners. And it might be because you're not drinking enough water, but it allows me to build up a picture of you as a player without having to directly put a phone call in or a Zoom call in with you. So hopefully everyone understands that. And what I'm going to do is I will just show you once more. I'll delete that post. So, and I will edit this and post this as a how-to video as well, because I think it's important that we have this on the how-tos as well. So you're going to go into the Pro Player Pathway community. You're going to put it in the title, Daily Planner. Okay, then your name and your date, just like that. You don't need to put any other text in. Then all you need to do is drop in your file. In the next sort of 4 hours, I will make sure on this selected category there will be one that says Daily Planner, but for now I'm just going to drop it into general and then literally hit post. Okay, and it will drop it into the community chat, but that's fine. Okay, and then if I'm ever looking for daily planners, if I ever just type in the word Daily Planner, it will obviously show all the daily planners we've got in there. Now, if I type in a specific name of a person, it's going to show me all the daily planners for Raymond's Wood. So hopefully that answers your question. And I forget who it was now who dropped that question, and I apologise. Let's see if I can remember who it was who dropped it in. I forget who it was now, but a big thank you for sending that question in. And yeah, I really look forward to everyone starting to share the daily planners. We're going to do a very similar thing now with the daily planners. It's going to have a slight change in the next couple of days as well. We're going to get your load scores in there as well, so it's all on the one page, and we're just making a few subtle changes to the blueprint as we go. So it's a great resource and a great way to share everything around. So I'm just going to very quickly drop out of this screen. I'll pull back into the live screen here, and I'll see if I can get my face back on. We are very quickly going to disappear for a very 60 seconds quick break. Get yourselves a quick drink. If you forgot to get a paper and pen, get a paper and pen, or get your iPad or device to make some notes. We'll be back with you in 60 seconds, and we're going to get straight into the next topic.
You don't bunch up, you don't get sweaty. Simple as that.
One of the things I noticed about my Goats grip socks is the grip runs across the whole panel, so there's no bunching or sliding in your boots.
These grip pads will help you not slip when you're going in for a tackle.
My old socks will get sweaty halfway through the game. Not with Goats grips, they stay cool and dry from start to finish.
These guards are so lightweight, you forget they're even there, but they still give solid protection. It's like full freedom to play a game without that clunky feeling. I used to wear bulky guards that slip down every game. These stay in place the whole time.
These shin pads are stretchy, durable, definitely not be ripping anytime soon.
Switch the goat sleeves now. They don't slip, they don't slide. Nice and snug, nice and tight.
It's crazy how light these things are. I've worn a lot of old school pads in my time, and these are featherweight and super comfortable.
Legend begins where heroes end.
Why are you still wearing those old clunky shin pads when you could be wearing these?
I used to struggle with shin guards sliding all game. These are a game changer. Put them on, you don't even notice them. They're comfortable, keep you going until finish.
It shows how fast you move on the pitch because it's stuck to the shin bone and does not slip and slide all around your shin.
No distractions, no readjusting, just focus on the match. What I like about these is you can wear them all day. Training, recovery, travel, they never lose shape. The material is soft and supportive. It's the perfect mix of comfort and performance. These guards are so lightweight, you forget they're even there. These guards are so lightweight, you forget they're even there, but they still give solid protection. It's like full freedom to play a game without that clunky feeling. Training, recovery, travel, they never lose shape.
Hi everyone, welcome back. Thank you for that short break. Now we're going to get straight into our next one, and you will notice that I've dropped a new community post in, and I'm going to cover this topic off a little bit more in detail with you. So what I'm going to do is, through the magic of our amazing technology, I'll try and get you across to my other screen, and we will hopefully get you at the right point. So you will notice that one of the topics that we got was, I dropped a post in a few days ago about what your plans were, the 3 things you're proud of, the 3 things that you've done really well, and things that you're going to try and do better for next year. And one of the particular players mentioned dream killers and people who try and kill your dreams. And I've done a whole piece on it today preparing this, and I've broke it down into 5 bullet points, but I'm going to very quickly walk you through it. So you've probably witnessed this, that you don't just get dream killers in football or in soccer who are just like players on your team or squad players, but you'll have opposing players in your league or your division. But you'll also get dream killers who are your coaches. I've even seen naysayers who are part of the same club you're at and want to keep you where you are and keep you in your box and keep you quiet. And this is one of the big things that I'd say to ward against. So when we talk about dream killers and naysayers, okay, they're trying to project their own limits onto you. So most naysayers, oh, I once had the same dream and I quit. You're wasting your time. I done this 20 years ago, and I've seen coaches say this to players, especially when players have got aspirations of playing for Manchester City or Chelsea or whoever it may be, and this kid's playing in a community team in, say, Australia or New Zealand or the USA, and the coach just instantly shoots them down. Now, what I would say to you guys, and you know this because I can give you an example, if anyone's watching this live on YouTube, you'll be seeing my screen as we speak. But basically, as you're looking at my screen at the moment, you'll know that I'm going to take you into classroom. I will take you into section 14, testimonials. And if you're watching this currently on TikTok, guys, we're doing it live on YouTube as well, at the Raymond's Woods, and you can actually see my screen as well. Now, what we actually do is we've got a section 14, which is testimonials, and I'll give you an example. Testimonial 1, Charlotte. She's now playing at Liverpool Football Club in England. She was playing in a community-based team back on the outskirts of Brisbane in Australia. Lots of naysayers around her. Liam was from a little town in Perth in Australia. Again, lots of naysayers, dream killers. He's now playing at a professional academy at Bolton Wanderers Football Club, okay, in the under-14s going into the under-15s, but he's already represented at the 16s. We've got many, many more testimonials on here. Some of the more recent ones, Jacob Burkhardt's a great one. He was playing up for a team just north of Brisbane. I won't mention the club, but it was in between Brisbane and the sunny coast. He was based up at the by North Lakes area. He had a lot of naysayers, dream killers. He basically wasn't getting a look in at his NPL club in his own age group. He wasn't getting game time. He was getting put down by his own coaches all the time, which just riles my blood, absolutely riles it. Thankfully, his mum and dad listened to me, and within 18 months of working with me, as you can see on the screen, okay, he's now living the dream. He's now playing for Tranmere Rovers Football Club, playing in League 2 in England, with a professional club, professional environment, professional coaches, and absolutely killing it. He had an appearance in the FA Youth Cup a couple of months ago. So, naysayers and dream killers, I love proving them wrong. So again, we'll drop back into that community there, the post that I've done in. Number 2, they mistake probability for impossibility, okay? So yeah, making it in football is hard, but that doesn't make it impossible. Naysayers just confuse low odds with no pathway. And guess what, with me on the professional player pathway, you've got a pathway, okay? How you can combat it, focus on controllable steps, development, exposure, data and environment. And guess what, if you're on the pro player pathway, you've got all of that. So you've got someone to lean on. And if you're getting this at your club from other teammates, from your coach, from someone in your world, message me, DM me. If you want it to be kept private, DM me. Make sure you get mum and dad's permission and send me a message what's going on, and I'll help you come up with a plan to how to combat it. But I will point you to this community page. Your ambition threatens their comfort. Big dreams force uncomfortable questions. Why didn't I try harder? So what I mean by that is, these people tend to never have big dreams themselves for 2 reasons. 1, because they're too scared to, because they had naysayers in their life and they didn't ever want to do that. Or 2, they're just lazy. Quite simple. But you can pull down that truth and you can face it by going, well, I respect what you done when you were a player or you as a player now, but my goal is to play for Manchester City. And I want to make that first team. And you know what? You stick to your goal. Don't let anyone ever pull it. But if you're getting a lot of it, there's ways you can combat it. If you're under 18, speak to mum and dad. Get them to speak to the coach at the club. Unfortunately, I've been privy to this more so in Australia. When parents tend to do this, it goes unfavourably against you. Clubs will turn against you then. The other coaches go against you. It's a toxic environment. So my advice would be, pull yourself out of that environment and move into another environment. And a lot of people, and I've done this in the past, I've said to players, don't tell people what your dream is, keep it to yourself. But that goes against my values. Tell people what your goal is in football or soccer. Tell them it's to play in the Premier League, it's to play Champions League, it's to play in the MLS in the USA, all right? Tell them what your dream is, okay? Ambition survives where standards are not normal, not mocked, okay? So wherever the standards are high at clubland, that's where you need to be, because they're going to be the ones who are likely to help you get to your dream. All right? One of the other things, they judge the destination, not the process, okay? People only see the pro contract, not the years of invisible work. So they label the dream as a fantasy. How to combat it? Fall in love with the daily process, not the validation. So on the pro player pathway, what is the daily process? We've just spoke about it. It's actually doing your daily planner. So I've put this daily planner in, I think it was here. All right, this is your daily planner. This is what you've got to devote yourself to. And when you do your daily planner, and I'm just going to delete this post because it's not needed anymore. But when you drop in your daily planner, put things in like your loads, put in your 4 turns, your 4 dribbles, put in your juggling challenge, put in as much as you can in what you've done that day. And that's your little sort of one step up into the pathway. Now, admittedly, there's 10,000 steps to get to make it as a player, but you'll be amazed if you just do one step at a time, one day at a time, and all of a sudden, your dream is going to get closer and closer and closer. All right, next one on here, okay? Fear disguises itself as being realistic. Just have a backup plan often means don't risk failing where I did. It's fear dressed as concern, how to combat it. Be prepared, but never small. Have a plan and pursue the dream properly. So again, if you find yourself in an environment where you've got mums or dads or other players mocking you, okay, try and remove yourself from that environment. And you don't necessarily always have to move clubs, but you might just be careful on when you have those conversations around those particular types of people, because they're the ones who'll try and put you down. And I tell you what, that is like fuel that you just cannot purchase. It's like getting the best supercharged fuel for a car that's going to get you from 0 to 100 in 2 seconds. I've had it my whole life. I wasn't an ex-player, I wasn't an ex-pro, and I'd never make it as a coach. I'd never be allowed onto my UEFA B licence course, of which I become a coach at the age of 15. I was one of the youngest coaches in the history of England to complete all my UEFA coaching badges. I completed 26 coaching qualifications in 9 years. You'll never get a job at a pro club, I got told. Well, I got a job at Northampton Town in my first year after completing my badges, working with the first team, which is League 2 in England. I then got a job at Leicester City, head of youth phase, working with 12 to 18-year-olds. I then got headed up as a project, and he said, you'll never do anything in the Premier League. Well, I did. I worked in the Premier League for Leicester City on one of the biggest football projects ever. They said you'll never ever get a big job with any other big clubs. I got a job at Paris Saint-Germain. I worked under Carlo Ancelotti. So people will always put you down. It's even still to this day. I've been in the game for 25 years as a coach, as a platform speaker, as an agent, as a consultant. And I still get people in our group chats and on our socials saying this is all fake, this is not real. Well, I must be really good at editing things, because again, if you go into our platform and go into Classroom, and if you go into section 14 and go testimonials, you will notice there's about 30 testimonials, and they're just players who've worked with me on my professional player pathway program in the last 2 to 3 years. If I was to start pulling out all the players I've worked with over the last 25 years, Harvey Barnes, Luke Thomas, Jude Bellingham, Reece James, all the players that we worked with on that EPPP project for the Premier League and the FA, and all of those players who are now in England's women's and England men's teams, were all part of that super project that we were all part of, and we were all part of developing the curriculum, the data, and the framework to develop these world-class superstars. There's no surprises why England are one of the main favourites to go and lift the World Cup this year in the USA. And I've just realised it's this year. It's not next year anymore. How scary is that? So that was a great question and a fantastic one that we got asked by one of our players. I'm just going to have a quick look at the other part. I believe there was a second part to that question as well. But no, I think that was it, killing the dreams, okay? So I'm just going to come back into my other screen here, and I'm going to put my live screen back up for a second. Again, guys, if you've got any questions, drop them. We are going to go to a very quick ad break, and we've still got 3 more topics to cover, and I think we're on point. We've got 30 minutes to go, and the first weekly call of the year, we're smashing out learning. If you're enjoying it so far, guys, drop it in the comments in YouTube what you like so far in the first half an hour, and I'll be back with you in the next 30 seconds.
You don't bunch up, you don't get sweaty. Simple as that.
One of the things I noticed about my Goats Grip socks is the grip runs across the whole panel, so there's no bunching or sliding in your boots.
These grip pads will help you not slip when you're going in for a tackle.
My old socks will get sweaty halfway through the game. Not with Ghost Grips, they stay cool and dry from start to finish.
These guards are so lightweight, you forget they're even there, but they still give solid protection. It's like full freedom to play a game without that clunky feeling. I used to wear bulky guards that stick down every game.
Everyone, welcome back. So we're going to get straight into I've got 2 great topics to cover from one of our players on the Pro Player Pathway program. And again, if this is your first time watching this show, if you're watching it on TikTok, you're only watching me live in the studio. But if you want to see what's going on the screen, I suggest you go to Facebook or YouTube. If you go to YouTube at The Raymond Wood, okay, you'll be able to see my screen and everything that's going on, and you'll be able to even look at maybe joining my platform for free. You can do a trial for 7 days and to join me and all the players. What do we do on the platform? We quite simply help players who want to make it as a pro, maybe semi-pro, or maybe just get better in the game of soccer or football. But also we're here for coaches, grassroots coaches, volunteer parent coaches who are really struggling. Maybe you've just been stitched up with your daughter's under-9s team and you haven't got a clue. You've never been involved in soccer or football. The platform is here for you guys as well. And we've got so much curriculum content. Also, we do 4 live weekly calls, Tuesdays, Thursdays, Saturdays and Sundays. They work out that whether you're in the USA, the UK or Australia, New Zealand, the timings are all pretty forgiving. It's either early morning or late in the evening. And we've got a big announcement. We are moving from Australia as a family to the USA this year. One, to cover the World Cup and to set up a life over there, but also we are going to be doing 5 calls a week once that move to the USA happens in the next couple of months. So we are super pumped. But again, it doesn't matter whether you're in Australia, Europe, the UK, wherever you are in the world, out of those 5 live coaching calls a week, they will all work in no matter where you are in the world. And the best bit is, if you do miss one of the live weekly calls, they're all recorded and they're all stored in here in our school platform. So if you are interested to find out more about that, all you need to do is go to school.com/pro player pathway. Right, into our next 2 double battle questions from one of our players, and I'm going to try my best to answer this for you. So I am just going to put our little magic on here. Now, one of the questions that we got, I'm just going to paste it in here for us all to see. It was from Shooty, one of our players. And he said, let's say I did the beep test yesterday and I got to 11. Does that mean I start from 11 the next day and go to just try and get to 11.1, or start from 0 again to 11.1? So, guys, there's never ever a stupid question in here. And this is a great question because if you don't know, you don't know. So what I will explain is, and if anyone's looking where you do the beep test and how you record it, there's 2 parts you need to look out for. So I'll just cancel this off for a second. If you go into Classroom, and then if you go into Dugout, and you'll notice right at the top, we've got the beep test and how to record one, okay? Set up your beep test and the Premier League standards of players. And we give you an example of a 17-year-old at the Premier League to give you an idea of what you need to be at. But if you look at your beep test here, you'll notice on how to record one, it gives you a link to the football blueprint. That's the same football blueprint that you will find when you go classroom and you go football blueprint, it's the same one. And within the football blueprint, that's where you record your scores, okay? Then you do the exact same thing that we've just done with the daily planner. You screenshot it and you send it into the community and you tag your name on. So I'm gonna just pull a little section back here and just see if I can just pull this up, the beep test. Let's see if I can find it. I think I might, here it is. Perfect. So I'll just give you a quick example. So 1st of Jan, day is it Thursday today? I think it is. I'm losing track of days. Results. We'll say we got to 11.1 and then achieved my goal. Next goal is 11.2 because remember on our program we only go up in 0.1 increments on the beep test. We don't go up anymore. When we get to that next target we stop, and that's how we build our beep test resilience and endurance, and we'll cover that in another session. So let's imagine you're happy with this and it's filled, you got all your 6 results in, or your last 8 results. Again, we do a little screen copy. Now, if you don't know how to do this and you do have an Apple Mac, I'll tell you how you do it. It's Shift, Command and 4, and then you can literally just screen grab the screen and just get your results. And it will drop it in here. Now, for a Windows device, I don't know how you do that, but a ChatGPT or Google will help you. I just drop it in my downloads there. Then what we do is you go into community. And again, this is what we want you to start doing, guys. This is our new process, and there's a video incoming in the next 24 hours on how to do this fully. But now we're going to do beep test dash Raymond Wood. Don't need to type anything else in because it's all on the form that you've just screenshotted. Drop it in there. Again, under category, Jake Goodship and the guys, Khaleesi's, we're going to drop in a little topic in here which will say football blueprint, okay? So what we'll do is on here, we'll drop it into general for now. So general discussion. And then you're just going to go, now I forgot one big thing. 1st of Jan. It's important we put a date on there. You don't have to put a year, but just put the date and keep it really simple. So 1st of Jan should look like that. 1st of December looks like that. If it's the 22nd of Jan, it looks like that. So keep it short and formatted, okay? So it's easy for me to find if I'm doing a bit of a research on you as a player. Then we hit post, and it'll be in there. And again, if I want to look for your results, okay, all I need to do is type in beep test, and it will pull up all of the beep test community posts. Now, you'll notice it hasn't pulled up my one that I've just dropped in because I've got to be a bit more specific on this one. So I think if I put in Raymond Wood, it should now pull up my one. There you go. And this is going to allow me. Now, if for any reason players or mums and dads are not comfortable in sharing some of the results on here, then you can DM me. But guys, there's no reason why you should be uncomfortable in posting your results. Remember, we're all here to support each other. It's a community, so we can all get up to that next step, the next ladder, and we keep moving up. You know the drill, and we've never had this, but if we did get anyone on here bullying, saying bad comments, you know the rules. You would be kicked off from the platform and you'd be gone. There's no input for any of that, but we've never had that because you guys are amazing on this community, and we're all here as one big team trying to support your dreams as making it as a player. So that's how you would get that into that point. Now, going back to the question, you don't start at 11. So if, as an example, on here, I got to 11.1 and my next goal is 11.2. So let's say my next date on here is the 3rd of January, because we always ask you to have a day's rest in between a beep test minimum. If your goal's 11.2, you don't start your beep test on 11.1 and hit start at 11. You start it from 0 and you've got to get all the way to 11.2. And then if you do that, it's a big tick, fill out your form and then go on to your next one. And then when it's 11.3, you start from 0 and then you've got to work all the way up to 11.3. So Shooty, hopefully that answers that question. But that was a great one because I knew I was going to cover this. And you've all probably noticed now that in the community, we are now going to start submitting our daily planners. We're going to start submitting our beep tests. And we only want you to send them in, guys, once the pages are full. So when your beep test page has got 8 results in, send it in, okay? When you've got your load results, send them in for me, okay? There's some of the things that we're looking for on a daily basis. So the second part of that question, and I will delete that post because we don't need that one. It was a test one from me. So we'll delete that one. Perfecto. And we'll just get back into here. The second part of that question was around juggling. Now, on the juggling, I'll just copy this and paste it in here so we can all see it and have a good read of it. When I do my juggling, I have to let the ball bounce, or can I just do one leg and switch to the other without letting it bounce? So no, Shooty, follow the rules for the juggling challenge, okay? So I'll give you a quick example. So I'll just cancel this off and should be able to pull up. I think we've covered this on a video. So juggling challenge again is on the inside of the football blueprint. And I'm just going to see if there's any that I've actually posted. I thought there was one, I could be wrong. But basically, if you go to Classroom, and if you go to Football Blueprint, and you'll notice in here, there is a section for your juggling challenge, and it's quite far down. And when you find it, you'll notice there's a QR code. So I'll pull it up here for you. So here's your 100 days of juggling challenge, and you got your notes, and you can put your targets in for your challenge. That is, hopefully it's here. I think I've gone past it now. On the juggling challenge, there is a QR code on the football blueprint you can scan in. So it's there. So you can scan that there, and there's a video explaining about the juggling challenge. Now, Shooty and everyone else, I'll cover this off for you. Level 1, stage 1, okay, you've got to get all the way to 10. So this is stage 1, all the way 2, 3, 4, all the way up to 10, okay? Now, to get that, you need to, on your left foot, you throw the ball, you let the ball bounce once. Then it's one kick with your left foot, then it must bounce again. Then it's one kick with your left foot and it must bounce again. You've got to do that 10 times in a row to have that ticked off as level 1, stage 1 on your left foot. Then you go to your right foot and you repeat. Throw the ball in the air, one bounce on the ground, one kick with your right foot. One bounce on the ground, one kick with your right foot. If you make a mistake at any point, you've got to go back to 0 and start again on stage 1. Now, if you complete stage 1 on both sides, you don't ever have to revisit stage 1. You then automatically start stage 2. So stage 2 is one bounce on the ground, 2 kicks in the air with your left foot without it bouncing, one bounce. 2 kicks without it bouncing on your left foot only, one bounce. 10 times in a row. That would then mean you have done stage 2 on your left foot, and then you rinse and repeat for the right foot. We don't start stage 3 on the left foot until stage 2 is done on the right foot. So I hope that clears that one up and it makes it crystal clear. Now, big congratulations. We've got, I believe it was Jake Watson-Roddy. I believe, was it Jake Watson-Roddy I spoke to? I spoke to one of the players, apologies, but one of the players, oh no, it was actually not Jake, it was Matthew Wooding. A big congratulations to Matthew Wooding. He's completed 10, level 10 on left foot, level 10 on right foot, okay? So I want you again, guys, if you're killing this and you're really proud of the fact that you've actually got up to level 6 on your left foot, and that's a big achievement for you, then what I want you to do is, I want you to screenshot it, Shift Command, number 4, screenshot your results, okay? Put it into your little download box if you're using a MacBook, and then make a community post of it. Show us that you're all proud of it, guys, because what you can then do is, you can then make a note of it. And again, guys, remember, if you're going to drop it in the community post now moving forward, keep the format the same, Okay, just put juggling. Okay, Ravenswood. Then literally all you would do, you just drop your sheet in, bang, and then you can then select juggling, but we'll select general for this one, and then post, and then in it goes. But I'm going to cancel that one. I'm not going to post that one. Okay, so hopefully, Shooty, that's your 2 questions answered. 2 great questions. I'm just going to come back into my live screen very quickly, and we'll just pull this back into here. So again, guys, if you've got any questions, anyone who has joined late, don't worry. I did move the time around at last minute within the last hour, only because we might be getting a bit of a power outage at the house in the next half an hour. So I didn't want this to mess up because we've got studio lights and everything in the studio. So drop your questions into YouTube. If you're not on YouTube, go to YouTube at the Ravenswood, subscribe, and you can ask questions relating to playing, how you can make it as a semi-pro or pro, how you can make it as a coach, community coach, anything you want to ask whatsoever. I'll be back with you in 60 seconds.
You don't bunch up, you don't get sweaty. Simple as that.
One of the things I noticed about my Goats Grip socks is the grip runs across the whole panel, so there's no bunching or sliding in your boots.
These grip pads will help you not slip when you're going in for a tackle.
My old socks will get sweaty halfway through the game. Not with Ghost Grips, they stay cool and dry from start to finish.
These guards are so lightweight, you forget they're even there, but they still give solid protection. It's like full freedom to play a game without that clunky feeling. I used to wear bulky guards that slipped down every game. These stay in place the whole time.
These shin pads are stretchy, durable, definitely not be ripping anytime soon.
Switch the goat sleeves now. They don't slip, they don't slide. Nice and snug, nice and tight.
It's crazy how light these things are. I've worn a lot of old school pads in my time, and these are featherweight and super comfortable.
Legend begins where heroes end.
Why are you still wearing those old clunky shin pads when you could be wearing these?
I used to struggle with shin guards sliding all game. These are a game changer. Put them on, you don't even notice them. They're comfortable, keep you going until finish.
Hi everyone, thank you and welcome back again. If you're watching us on TikTok, you're not seeing my screen, you're just seeing me in the studio. So if you want to see what's happening on my screen and all of the demonstrations we're about to do on the football coaching aid, and we're going to give you the different videos, and you want to see all the different displays and sessions that we're doing live on the screen, go to YouTube. Go to my channel at the Ravenswood. It's the same name as TikTok, but on YouTube. Subscribe, and you can jump in the live and watch it in YouTube, and you're actually seeing what I'm sharing on the screen. So I'm actually sharing football resources from the Premier League, different coaching templates, and I'm going to cover the last topic right now. So I'm just going to move over to a different screen for you again. So just get you across to here, and I'm very quickly going to load up my Remarkable screen. I'm going to see through the magic if this is going to work in 2026 for me like it did in 2025, and I think magic technology is working. Now, one of the big things that we got you guys to do over the past couple of days was telling us 3 things that you've done really well, 3 things you're proud of, maybe 3 things you've improved on. And one of the comments that we got on one of the players' posts was about playing the ball forward as often as possible. And this is a great one. Now, it reminded me of one of the sessions that we used to do with the players at Liverpool, at Leicester City, but more recently when I was at PSG in France. And one of the sessions that we used to do, and this is a great one you can encourage your coach to do. So we used to set it up in what we call SSGs. So basically all SSGs stand for is small sided games. Now in these SSGs, what we used to do was, quite simply, we would put players across a pitch. We'd have a goal here, a goal there, goal on this side, and we'd use cones or mini goals and nets. So we had like a little half pitch going across, and this was our halfway line here. We'd have markers across, and the rule of thumb was we'd have no goalkeepers in this. So if we did have goalkeepers in the session, we'd encourage them to play out sometimes to improve on the footwork. So we'll imagine we've got the X's, okay? So we've got, on the X's team, we've got 6. And on the circles team, if we had odd numbers, that was fine. Sometimes we'd go 5v6, because this can happen in a game of football. You can have a numerical advantage or disadvantage. But what we might do is we might actually play for the circles. They're actually playing what we would call NR, which stands for normal rules, so they can do anything they want. But the team with 6 players, because they've got the one-man overload, we'll do a nice little drawing of a little man or a lady here. In fact, you know what? We'll make it into a girl. All right, so we've got an extra player there. Okay, because you've got the one-man overload, the rule is you must play every ball forward. Now, if this team with the X's at any point played the ball backwards or sideways, we would stop the game and we'd say stop, and then from the sideline the coach would be here. We would have a heap of balls ready to go, and we would feed the ball straight into this team, because this team here have just made a mistake and they played the ball sideways. Now, the reason why this game is so good for many reasons is because what it does is it encourages players to move into forward positions. It forces players to move into space. It forces players to play the ball early. And also, it's being very proactive. And what we started to notice is, with playing the ball early and forward, it really put the defending teams under pressure. And what we started to see was, like, this player here would all of a sudden realise he's better or she's better being up there, and this player is way better being up there. Now, one of the rules we did make as well, we actually said there's no offsides. So players then would really stretch the pitch and make it look big. And this is just one of the ideas on how you can set a rule or a condition to play the ball forward. It's a great game, and the thing is, I see a lot, especially my time living in Australia, it's boring football to watch. The A-League is boring. They're trying to play it out from the back. Let's play through the thirds. Let's just play through one section of the pitch at a time. It's one of the most boring styles of football to watch. Play it early, play it forward, and you know what? Sometimes that means playing a long ball, 60 yards, but so what? What it encourages is, with any long balls, it encourages your teammates to step up and get out and to put the other team under pressure. And by those players moving out of this line here, it then enables your goalkeeper or your back defenders to come up in a higher position, okay? So think about little condition games. Now, people always say to me, right, like, when you worked in the Premier League, you must be doing like these amazing tactical sessions with players. No, we're not. All it was, we knew how many hours a week they should be doing, how much should be football, how much should be non-football, but we knew the exact specifics on individuals, like objectives on what they need to work on individually. But for 80% of the time, I'm going to be really honest with you, if you looked from an outsider looking in, you're probably thinking, all they do is play SSGs, small-sided games. They're always just playing 6v5s, 7v7s, 5v5s, but there was one trick. Every SSG that we ever played always had one thing in common. Always had one thing in common. And I'll show you what it was. They always had a condition. Okay? And one of the conditions that we used to play was play the ball forwards. Now, sometimes we would do it with even teams, and we would do it, both teams have got to play to that rule. And at any point during the game, if anyone plays the ball sideways or backwards, we'd roll the ball straight into the opposition. And what it done was it kept the game active. It kept everyone on the toes. Oh no, we've just lost possession because we've done a sideways pass. Recover, get in. And what it does is it was building up communication, it was building up movements, it was building up tactics. One of the other conditions, and we played, I could give you 100 different games with conditions, but you'll be amazed through condition games, and this is a great little topic to cover for our coaches out there, especially our volunteer coaches, but also for players. Challenge your coach. If they say to you, what do you want to do today in a session? Say to them, coach, for 10 minutes, can we do SSGs? And they'll go, what's SSGs? Educate them. It's a small-sided game. We could do 5v5 or 6v6, and we want to add a condition in. What's the condition you want to do, John? Play the ball forward. That's the rule. Every ball must be played forward. And tell your coach, him or her, what you do in the event if someone doesn't play it forward. Set the rules. One of the other condition games we used to do, you can only pass with left foot. And that used to cause chaos. But it's not fair. Luke's a left footer. Harvey's a left footer. Well, that's good for them, isn't it? Then change it a few minutes later. You can only play the ball with your right foot. Now, the rule would be if anyone kicks the ball with the right foot when we're playing on the left foot, you ask the players, what's the rule? Well, the rule is it's a goal to the other team. Oh, wow, that's pretty harsh. Or it might be they lose possession, but you can make it up. One of the other rules was you can only score if you've received a pass backwards. And this was a great one. So let's imagine we've got a goalkeeper and we're attacking this way. If our teammate makes a run to the byline, we're encouraging them to play a ball backwards for our attacker to shoot. And that, for all of my players on the programme, you all know what zone that is. That's zone 14. That's where 80% of goals are scored in the Premier League. So you can only score from a backwards pass. One of the other conditions was you can only score with a one-touch finish. I tell you, my brain is filled with that many coaching sessions. So for players and coaches on the platform, guys, hit me up. I can give you hundreds of sessions and you get so much more out of things like small-sided games than you do thinking you need to have this most complex coaching session with all these different... And I'm telling you now, the worst coaches in the world are the ones who rock up with a session plan. It's got 4 pages, it's got a warm-up, it's got a cool-down, it's got all these phases of play. Guys, throw it out the window, get shut of it. All right, get lots of ball touches in the warm-up, lots of ball touches in the warm-down. Have a bit of a topic that you want to work on with your team. Might be position-specific, but just get them into small-sided games for at least 30, 40 minutes because at the end of the day, kids and players, they just want to play and they love conditions. They love rules. They will be there pulling each other up. So hopefully that helps you with that one. And that was a great one. That was, I forget who it was who put that one in, but it was all about playing the ball forward. And it reminded me about my days when I worked in the Premier League and coaching with some of these academies. These were some of the games and the sessions that we used to do. And one of them was playing the ball forwards with every single touch. So big thank you if you did send that one in. And I hope you enjoyed that one. I will just jump back out to my screen. Now, we are nearly there. I can't believe it. It's 2026, 1st of January, and the first session is literally over in 1 minute. I'm going to jump in very quickly and have a look if there's any questions to answer. But if not, and I don't think there is looking, it's just everyone wishing us a Happy New Year. Happy New Year to everyone who's joined us. If you joined us late, Again, apologies, I did pull it forward by 30 minutes because we have apparently got a potential power outage because there's an issue in our road in the next half an hour, and I didn't want to mess this up. So if you have joined us late, don't stress. What I will make sure I do is in the next 60 minutes, I will post this into the school platform. So anything you missed, you can re-watch back. I will post and share it. And also there's going to be an explainer going in tomorrow, explaining how we now submit the beep test, your football blueprint as a whole. But remember, we don't want you dumping the whole blueprint thing, so it's a big document. Just dump in your beep test, your load results, your daily planner, post them in the community individually, and you just literally need to put beep test or beep dash your name and the date. And in that way, it helps me when I'm looking for your results as a player to prove to me that you've posted them in there. And it's a great way to share with your community and your friends as well. So Happy New Year to everyone. A big thank you for joining me, and I look forward to seeing you all on Saturday at 10:30 a.m. Brisbane time. That's our next live coaching call. And then we've got another podcast Sunday, the first one of 2026. And I've got an exciting podcast for you on this Sunday. So we are back fast as anything. And we've covered so much in that hour. Unbelievable. A big thank you for joining us, guys. And I look forward to seeing you all on Saturday.
You don't bunch up, you don't get sweaty. Simple as that.
One of the things I noticed about my Goats Grip socks is the grip runs across the whole panel, so there's no bunching or sliding in your boots.
These grip pads will help you not slip when you're going in for a tackle.
My old socks will get sweaty halfway through the game. Not with Ghost Grips, they stay cool and dry from start to finish.
These guards are so lightweight, you forget they're even there, but they still give solid protection. It's like full freedom to play a game without that clunky feeling. I used to wear bulky guards that slip down every game. These stay in place the whole time.
These shin pads are stretchy, durable, definitely not be ripping anytime soon.
Switch the goat sleeves now. They don't slip, they don't slide. Nice and snug, nice and tight.
It's crazy how light these things are. I've worn a lot of old school pads in my time. In these, a featherweight and super comfortable.
Legend begins where heroes end.
Why are you still wearing those old clunky shin pads when you could be wearing these?
I used to struggle with shin guards sliding all game. These are a game changer. Put them on, you don't even notice them. They're comfortable, keep you going until finish.
It shows how fast you move on the pitch because it's stuck to the shin bone and does not slip and slide all around your shin.
No distractions, no readjusting, just focus on the match.